Well, hello everyone. I am going to be filling in for Pastor Steve this coming Sunday. And so, as I sometimes do, I wanted to give us something to think about in anticipation of what we're going to be talking about this coming Sunday. All right, and so one of the things that we're going to be touching on this Sunday has to do with like two words or two ideas that are often used in the New Testament to refer to the people of God. Okay, and so the two words or the two ideas that I want us to be pondering are the two words of faith and follow. Because on the one hand, the New Testament clearly emphasizes the idea of faith, doesn't it? You know, in numerous places it talks about having faith, putting your faith in Jesus. You know, the people of God are often referred to as believers. Those who believe, those who believe in Jesus, those who believe the gospel. And then we often emphasize the idea of salvation by faith alone. Right? But when we talk about this idea of belief or having faith, what are we actually talking about? You know, because I think like back when I was a kid, I believed in something like Santa Claus. You know, I believed in like the tooth fairy and things like that, right? I mean, many people today believe that there are alien life forms in outer space. I mean, people might believe all kinds of things, right? And so is that what we mean by belief or having faith? I mean, when Jesus calls us to put our belief in him, to put our faith in him, are we to believe in Jesus in the exact same way that somebody might believe in Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny or something like that? Or when the scriptures refer to these ideas of faith and belief, do the scriptures mean something more than that? Something more than just having a mental acknowledgement over whether or not something happens to exist. You know, which brings us to our second word, the word follow. Okay, because all throughout the Gospels, Jesus not only calls us to believe in him, Jesus also calls us to follow him. Time and time again, Jesus says, follow me. You know, and so is there a difference between believing in Jesus and following Jesus, or do those two ideas refer to the exact same thing? What are your thoughts on that? You know, and then even when it comes to the idea of faith, having faith, being a people of faith, I mean, is that something that is strictly like a religious thing, where you have a spiritual perspective on things? Or at some level, could you say that we all have faith? You know, yeah, when you look at this very broken world and you still affirm that you believe in a God that is good, that you still believe in a God that has a purpose for this world and that all of this is heading somewhere, you could say that having that belief requires great faith, right? But could you not also say that to look at this world with all of its beauty and all of its complexity, and when you're honest about the level of surprise and mystery that exists in this world, and then you still conclude that there is not some greater force behind it all, that all of this is not heading anywhere in particular, that there's no greater purpose to any of this, and this is all there is, could you not also say that having that belief also requires great faith? You know, and so what are your thoughts on this? I mean, again, is being a believer in Jesus something different than following Jesus? Or are those two ideas kind of the same thing? You know, and when it comes to faith, what are your thoughts there? I mean, is faith strictly a spiritual thing, or do we all have faith at some level? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment on Facebook or on YouTube, or you can send me an email directly if you prefer. But let's have some conversation as we head into Sunday, and then on Sunday we'll have a larger discussion that just kind of touches on some of these ideas. All right? And so until then, God bless.